here to talk about pain management, and pain, of course, I think needless to say, is something that we all hate. I don't think there is a single person who hates, who loves pain. So we all want to avoid pain and get, manage it better as much as we can. And of course, the most common thing that is available to us is tablets and medicines and painkillers or ointments to relieve us of that pain. But when I met Sachin, a few weeks ago, he's part of the Curapod team. He introduced me to a new device which is based on light therapy, which LightMed technology has built, which promises that your pain will get relieved by just putting this device on your body wherever your pain point is. Of course, Sriram will explain this to a little more. So I just thought it would be a great idea to, invite the Curapod team to join us as one of our service partners, like we have so many other players that we partner with, because I think this is a new area and also a issue that many of us struggle with, and it would be a good addition in terms of the offers that we have exclusively for the Silver Talkies community members. Let me first introduce Sriram to you. So Sriram is the co-founder of and CEO of LightMed India Private Limited, the health tech startup behind Curapod, a breakthrough non-invasive light therapy device for pain management. An electrical engineer by training, Sri brings nearly 2 decades of global leadership experience with organizations such as IBM, Ford, United Healthcare, the United Nations, and the NYU Langone Medical Center. His work at NYU Langone, where he managed a large hospital merger and saw firsthand the challenges of chronic pain care, inspired him to rethink conventional approaches. At LightMed, Sri combines his systems and operations expertise with Dr. Surya Maguluri's clinical and research depth to create clinically validated, drug-free therapeutic devices for home use. Dr. Amarnath, he is a consultant trauma and regenerative orthopedic surgeon based in Bangalore, and he's affiliated with multiple hospitals and diagnostic centers. He holds an MBBS and a degree in orthopedics in trauma and MAMS, and he's trained and practiced in the UK for multiple years. He specializes in trauma, sports injuries, orthobiologics, regenerative therapies, joint replacement, and osteoporosis care.
Thank you so much, Nidhi. Really, really appreciate so Takas and you giving us an opportunity to talk about Curapod and how it can be of great value to pain management, in particular seniors. And we all know the challenges that, in taking medication on a daily basis to manage pain. Painkillers are a quick remedy on the short term, but they have long-term side effects in terms of the impact that they do to our kidneys, our livers, and even to our heart, which Dr. Ambernath will probably talk about in more detail later. So I will talk a little bit about my journey about pain management. So my aunt, my mother's elder sister, lived with us. And she had arthritis. So what and she used to take Brufen, Selaki, and other kind of medications in the 80s, which were not properly very well regulated, and she became addicted to them. Within a span of 3 to 4 years, became completely bedridden, disfigured by arthritis, and the medication had created severe complications for her. So I remember a lot of my high school and college days where we used to help her get out of bed and manage her daily routine. It leaves an impact, not which it kind of stays with you, like when you've seen someone upfront dealing with challenges of pain management or condition like arthritis, then how what was done in those days and the impact of it, and how not only on her what she went through, but also for the caregivers who are there on having to work with someone who is not able to take care of themselves. What is the psychological impact on everyone? I think it kind of stayed with me that way. And so when I worked in the US, mostly in the technology space, and I was at the New York University Medical Center, and that was my first direct hardcore engagement with healthcare. And you get to see, as you work with the hospital system, of the nurses station, of the ICU centers, because we were doing the merger. So we had to work department by department and interview a lot of nurses, the doctors, and to integrate all the business processes. And you can see that, while there's astounding, breakthroughs that's happening in the space of healthcare, with so many new technologies coming in, improving the quality of life, helping you not just treat something, but also look at preventive care. Pain management is an area that, which is the biggest, I would say, the epidemic the world is facing. One third of the human population suffers from chronic pain. It's kind of like eventual, like how death is eventual to birth. Not to go on a philosophical tangent, pain kind of becomes inevitable in our journey because of the wear and tear of the human body undergoes as we progress through life, and the impact of our lifestyle and so many other things come into play, even genetics, that kind of cause a lot of conditions to us that we'll have to deal with as we age. And the traditional approach has been conventional approach has been about taking medication, hospitalization, and there has its pros and cons. Every solution has its pros and cons. It's not like there is only pluses to every solution. And so we understand today that the progress in pain management is still at a point where it's the traditional modalities of for medication, replacement, and are the primal modalities that people are faced with when they go to doctors. And after that, they have to deal with pain on their own, because once you're diagnosed with a condition, doctor writes you a prescription, and then you have to come home, and then you have to take that medication or look at figuring out how to manage pain on a daily basis. That's when people start experimenting and trying out different solutions that are available, or Ayurvedic and solutions, or things like acupuncture. Even then, we start moving towards heat packs, or hot packs, cold packs, cupping, spas and heat therapy, so many other things. But nothing gives you kind of like as a go-to solution for pain management today. And that is where at Lightmed we started looking at how can we come up with a solution that can make a difference to people to manage pain on a daily basis without in a very convenient way. And that is what we have come out in the market today, a product that has been almost like a breakthrough solution for pain management, that is creating a new category on how people can manage pain as a wearable device, and without side effects, and which is clinically proven to work. And that's what I'd like to introduce you today. And Dr. Amarnath, who you introduced, Nidhi, will be talking about how this product works to alleviate pain. We know that this is what the stats are. 85% of people in the world, senior citizens, suffer from pain. And this is no brainer. We kind of all know it. And the chronic pain is the number one healthcare challenge of seniors. Almost one in four seniors suffer from chronic pain. And it is something that is more prevalent than other kinds of conditions like heart disease, diabetes, or even cancer. And this pain lasts for a long time because due to degenerative conditions. This is the biggest challenge to seniors. And these are the pains that are very common to what seniors face as opposed to younger age groups. Lower back pain. In a staggering 70% of seniors face lower back pain, and that is kind of fairly understandable because your back or your core supports your entire body weight throughout your journey, and it bears the wear and tear of our journey. And that's where the stress and effect on long term journey of our lives. People, back pain becomes very inevitable as part of most of our life. I myself suffer from slip disc, and I know that pain that occurs, and what do I have to do to manage it. Neck pain is another very, very common pain, and arthritis and osteoarthritis related pains. So these are the that impact knee and lead to a lot of replacement surgeries. So these are the most kind of common pains that seniors face today. And the causes are, I think Dr. Amarnath will talk more about it. Osteoarthritis, degenerative disc condition, and spinal stenosis. Uh, these are the primary conditions that lead to chronic pain in seniors. There are more, but we kind of called out the major ones. And what is the impact? I think we all know the impact. For me to state it is kind of like redundant. but the reduced mobility, that dependence on others, and then the impact of not being able to, its pain is not just physical; it also has huge mental consequences when you're not able to do something, you're not able to be a part of everyday activities with what your near and dears are doing, and then it impacts your quality of sleep. All of this creates huge mental stress. In fact, we also have psychologists who have reached out to us to talk about using our solutions for as part of their counseling for pain management as well. People do reach or go through severe depression when they deal with pain on a daily basis, and they don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. And obviously, all of this impacts the quality of our life. And that is the severe impact of pain. It's not just with seniors. We've actually started seeing, as we work with doctors, as we started working with corporates, also that people at work, the people in the ITs, who do IT work or desk job, they have severe back pain and neck pain, and it impacts their productivity at work, and they're having to do it on a daily basis for hours to end, and it impacts them with their personal life. There are a lot of where it impacts their career progression, their relationship at work, and all of this just because of something called pain. So these are the challenges that we have today in pain management, which is one of the reasons why we're having this webinar. Is that there's the simple solution is over dependence on painkillers, and we all kind of look at that as a go-to option for want of anything else at our immediate disposal on a day-to-day basis. But then that, as we all know today, and post-COVID also, it leads to severe there are a lot of awareness that has come out of COVID on on using of medication and the impact of those kind of medications. So people are more aware about having about taking painkillers on a daily basis and become addicted to it. Physiotherapy is something that is really very, very, very helpful for pain management, but to do it on a daily basis, not everybody gets access to that. If you're living in a senior care center, then you are one of those fortunate ones who have access to the physiotherapy and the fitness and the activity facilities that the care centers provide. But a lot of other seniors don't, who live outside these kind of centers, don't have access to physiotherapy on a daily basis. So that also becomes a challenge. And then a lot of people also don't talk about pain a lot because they think that it's very disempowering to talk about I have pain and I'm not able to do something. No, and we see that's one of the things that is like there's almost some kind of a stigma attached to having pain. So these are some of the challenges where people don't talk about, deal with it, and or neglect it because they don't see any other alternative, and that causes the conditions to worsen and degenerate as time progresses. These are the holistic ways of managing pain, which everybody should do. And Dr. Amarnath is one who will be talking more about this part of it. We have to, keep fit. We'll have to exercise and keep our limbs flexible to ensure blood is flowing, and that kind of helps in, keeping the bones and muscles healthy and younger. There's a lot of work that is being done today to talk about how you can actually slow down your aging with the active lifestyle. Walking is supposed to be a huge part of it. Physiotherapy is another really required solution for pain management for seniors, and of course, mental wellness and meditation just kind of helps elevate the mood and how we can manage and address our pain conditions. So as we look at solutions today for pain management, so we've talked about the existing modalities, and this is where we're introducing our solution, Curapod. This is Curapod. This is the size of the product. It's as small as this. It's the size of a watch dial. It's very simple to use. You switch it on. Curapod, as you can see in a relative size, this is what it is. So I switch it on, and for the interest of time, they have attached a sticker to the product, which is how you can attach it to wherever you have pain. So it's a disposable sticker. I'll talk more about how the product, what is there in the product kit when you do it. So you peel off the sticker. It's a light-based solution, very, very safe. One of the things we always think lights has a lot of it can laser, it can damage your organs, lights, and all that. So we are using a combination of red light and near infrared light, the wavelength of light that is in the visible spectrum, and just immediately after the visible spectrum, it's as safe as the light that you're sitting under. Once you switch it on, so let's say I have neck pain. So I put a sticker to it. Like I said, I just peeled off the other end of the sticker. One end sticks to the device, other end can be sticking to my neck. So this is all I have to do. Put it on, I can keep doing my daily activity. And if I have a stiff neck, it can help reduce the pain, in a short period of time. In 1 or 2 sessions, each session being 30 minutes, you will experience significant pain relief. And why do you experience pain relief is something that we will talk about over the next 10 or 20 minutes. So this is as simple to use as this. You cannot just put it on. It also comes with straps. So the whole kit comes with a Curapod and straps and stickers. So if you can use stickers or like in areas of neck where you cannot use a sticker, I mean, you cannot use a strap, you use a sticker. But otherwise, for your knee or your back, you can use a sticker. There's an outer casing that comes with Curapod, and we'll walk you through how to use it when you purchase it. We have a very, very active customer support team that reaches out to everyone who buys Curapod, gives them a demo on how to use the product and how to use it for different pain conditions. I'm doing a quick demonstration of it. So you can put the product in a device and you can strap it on. You can adjust it along the length and position it wherever on your knee or your shoulder, or even on your shoulder like this. And you can strap it on and you can turn it on. It'll turn off by itself after 30 minutes. And it's a rechargeable device. You can charge and use it more than 1,000 times. That's the value proposition of Curapod. You can charge it like you charge a cell phone.
Shri, can it be put over your clothing? Will it still be effective, or it has to touch the skin?
It has to be on the skin.
Hmm.
The reason is because the intensity of light penetration will reduce when there's multiple other layers that come as obstruction to it. And the
Yeah,
Curapod,
so,
yes.
sorry, quick question. So sometimes the pain is actually in the neck, but the problem will be somewhere else.
Yeah,
So,
so we will talk about that. So we give two devices in every kit. So usually, let's say if you have a neck pain and it's radiating down, the root cause is somewhere here near the neck spine only. That's where all the nerves are. You are just feeling the radiating effect. So we recommend putting one Curapod here, and we give two in every kit, and we recommend putting the other Curapod on the radiating side, so that you get a coverage, a complete saturation of the pain area. Each Curapod covers 5 by 5, that is 25 centimeters square, and two Curapods covered 10 by 10, that's 100 centimeters square area of coverage. So you get an optimal coverage of the entire pain area to get effective relief in, I would say, in clinical trials, we've seen the relief to be anywhere from 20% to 60% in just one sitting. So depending on how chronic your condition is, how long have you had it, and so many other factors, you will have to use it at least twice a day for at least 2 weeks. And when you start doing that, you experience significant relief in pain reduction in your pain. And then you use it on demand basis. So no further Curapod. So the key, we'll talk about how it works. It works on a technology called photobiomodulation. We'll talk about it a little bit more in detail. And the key takeaways for everyone is this is a device that is clinically proven to reduce pain. It has a medical endorsement, and Dr. Amarnath being on the call is a significant validation to me to say that he would not be on the call if this was not a device that has been medically validated that doctors can recommend. So, and it is non-invasive. As you can see, it is not something that goes inside your body. So non-invasive. It's very, very safe to use. As you can say, as a wearable device, it's designed for daily use, ease, and comfort. That's the convenience of Curapod. The conditions where Curapod can be used for. So these are the conditions that we have established as part of clinical trials, that Curapod is very effective for arthritis up to stage 3, where people can experience significant relief by using Curapod. Chronic lower back pain, spondylosis, fibromyalgia, and neurological kind of pain, where people experience pain in different parts of their body, but doesn't really have a reason or a source for it. A lot of it is due to stress and nervous related issues. And that's a pain that Curapod works very, very well for. Frozen shoulder, plantar fasciitis is more like a heel pain that a lot of women experience, then tennis elbow and post-operative pains. A lot of doctors are recommending Curapod for post-operative. They give a lot of pain is experienced, as one of our members was talking about. And usually doctors give, like, strong opioids or steroids to manage pain immediately after the post-operative pain, and that leads to a lot of other challenges as well. So many doctors started integrating Curapod into the post-operative pain management once the wound is healed, so that people can reduce the intensity or the dependence on medication that they're taking. And it basically works for every kind of musculoskeletal pain, like any kind of a muscle pain, right from a stiff neck up to arthritis. So these are the certifications we have. So when we talked about why Curapod is medically proven to work, Curapod in India has gone through clinical trials. It has 7 international safety certificates. It is approved by the Central Drug Standard Control Organization, which is the equivalent of the Indian FDA, as a Class B medical device in for musculoskeletal pain. We have also gone and registered it with the US FDA, because we intend to take it to the US market shortly. It's also CE certified, which means it qualifies to be sold in the European markets. And we have all the kinds of certifications that ensure that Curapod, the exposure of Curapod to the skin, even up to 24 hours, it has been tested to show that, I mean, 24 hours of continuous exposure to the skin has been shown to create no kind of adverse effects on the human body. We did a clinical trials. That was the first thing we did once we created the product. Was We did clinical trials, like how every drug manufacturer, any medical device, manufacturer does, to ensure that their product is approved by the medical community as an effective and a safe solution. So these are tests that are regulated by the government. So our clinical trials were ICMR approved, Indian Council of Medical Research approved. The hospitals in which we conducted the clinical trials, hospitals are approved clinical trials centers, such as Apollo Hospital in Chennai. So we did it in Apollo in Chennai, in Sri Ramachandra, both with the physio and ortho department, KIMS Hospital in Kundapur in Hyderabad, and also a government institution called Nizam Institute of Medical Sciences. So in these, a Curapod was used to test by the doctors to test on multiple acute and chronic pain conditions. And this is a test that's done by them independent of us. And they actually, the way they do it is they give there are devices similar to Curapod, like dummy devices. So the patient and the doctor doesn't know whether they've got Curapod or they've got a dummy device. So that the data that is coming out is sacrosanct, or not something that has a placebo effect. So those are double-blinded studies, and then you can clearly see that what is the pain relief that is coming out of Curapod as opposed to a dummy device. People experience up to 60% of pain relief with Curapod, and with a dummy device, people reported only up to 4 to 5% of pain relief. That is because there's a placebo effect. Whenever we walk into a hospital or to a clinic, we already start feeling slightly better emotionally, mentally, thinking that okay, we are going to get care, and therefore that creates itself a sense of wellness. So even with a device, that same placebo effect is there, and we have to negate that, which is why we did the double-blinded studies.
Sriram has given you a clarity how Curapod works. Now, the first particular slide, which is there on the left-hand side, what you see is a light falling on the skin. When once the skin gets the light, let us have a simple, I think all of us are young here and very well disciplined crowd, young disciplined crowd. Most of you in your lifetime have seen this infrared lamp, probably during pregnancy, post-delivery, all those, or probably in the injury or in the ward, somewhere in your lifetime. Maybe your grandmother was using it, or at home, or probably your mother in the hospital, all the scenarios. What did that lamp do? Infrared lamp is a lamp which is giving red light, infrared light, but it also came with a lot of challenges. One, obviously, the heat was so much. Two, if you put the infrared lamp for a longer period, you will see the skin burn happening. You will have a skin burn, and it is not easy to treat. Third, one more example. When we expect about vitamin D, you all know that you and I need to expose to sunlight, where the sunlight touches on the skin and the vitamin D is synthesized and converted in different forms for us to have it in a system. Now, why I'm taking this example? As simple as that, exposure is good enough. Now, here we need to talk about safety. Sriram talked about the safety parameters. We have the FDA approvals and a lot of other approvals before this device could be marketed in a big way. Research has been done in thousands of patients. More than 6,000 patients have tried in India, and it was given to them to use it in the house. And all that has been taken, tabulated, tested, and then we have that. Now, here what happens when once a light falls on, here the light is, as Sriram said, it is not infrared, but it is near infrared, like visual light. The light what you have at home is as simple as that. The next version where it's been concentrated and given as a near infrared focused light. So that will penetrate into the skin. Next slide, please, Sriram. Great. So this is in simple terms. Photo is light, modulation, light modulation. Through the light, we modulate the pain. Here, what happens, the photomodulation can give you all these changes. One point, if you come to the 5 o'clock position, there it says anti-inflammatory. There are other functions. I'm just taking one example here to highlight the issue. Today, we're talking about pain, how you and I can reduce the pain, improve the pain, avoid the pain. If not, we are not going to have a comfortable daily activities. If every other activity is causing pain, it's not going to be very nice. It's going to be disabling. You and I today, thankfully, we are able to sit and connect on the net. In the past, we had to go and meet people in person. That is going to be difficult for you when once you have a challenge with the pain. It could be pain from the neck till the ankle or the foot. She was mentioning about plantar fasciitis or the heel pain. So naturally, we don't want that. So what happens here is it will reduce the inflammation. By that, you can have a pain which is going to be very, very well controlled. Now, is it going to be directly on the nerves to a certain extent? Yes, I'll talk on the other slide. When you come to the 7 o'clock position, you have neuroprotection. It doesn't damage. Why are we talking about? The infrared lamp, what you had, what we have seen in the past, had a skin depth. It did not penetrate deep into the skin. That was the issue. Here, what happened, the infrared, she was talking about the width of nearly 25 to 50 to 100 square centimeter kind of a thing, which gives you the area with two of the devices being used. Now, here what happens, he talked about the width. I'm talking about the depth as well now. You have about 80 millimeters to 110 millimeters depth going into your skin to the bone. The indications are very clear. I think he was mentioning about musculoskeletal pain. I'll come to that point later. Now, here, when you come to the 9 o'clock position, it has an antioxidant effect to a certain extent, where the tissue also has a recovery which will, through the oxidative process, I don't want to confuse you with the medical terminology. I want to simplify as possible to make you understand. So that will give you a modality to reduce the pain. Next slide, please, Sri. Great. Now, he mentioned and talked about, but I will give you a little medical terms, what it does. Every cell has a manufacturing unit, like in every industry kind of a thing. So every cell has an ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Now, in the DNA, this is going to be produced. In the cellular level, every body has a block. Block of a body is a cell, like a block of a house is a brick. So from there onwards, that depth it goes into and gives you the modulation happening. How does it work? Let me explain to you. Today, you can see probably the light here. I switch it on. Now the light is off. If I switch it on, as simple as that. Now here, the switch I'm talking about. What happens here? You have a light on the ceiling. The switch is next to your bed, or probably with your remote control switch. Today, everything is remote control in that true sense of term. You may have one at home. You switch it on or switch it off. The fan or the device or the AC or the light, everything switches off. Now, does it apply here? In a way, yes. Now, what we're going to do is when I switch on the light or the device, let me not confuse you. If I say fan or a light, the fan starts to rotate or the light lights on. Now, there is a wire connection from the switch to the fan or the light. Here, what we're doing, the second point, what we're talking about here is neural blockade. What do I mean by that? The near infrared ray will go to the nerve center in the cell, in the cellular level, and block that. It's literally like switching off. Now, we'll come to the point later on. It also does a lot of other benefits here. He talks about muscle spasm. When once the pain is down, you and I can move better. So this is the simple explanation that can be done with these two Curapods, which is given to you in one box. Now, this Curapod is as big as a carom board striker. If you understand the striker, all of us have used it. And the carom board striker, just a minute, 3 strikers put together will be the depth and the size of it. It's a very simple portable device. So now, what I talked about earlier, the light is touching on the skin. From the skin, the light goes deep down to the cellular level. And when there is heat, there is increased circulation. In medical terminology, we talk about vasodilatation. When once the heat expands the tissue, vaso is vascular or circulation, then comes higher amount of oxygen where the muscle will start to respond differently. So that is where this is the cellular level where our ATP synthesis is happening, and it will regulate that and block it. So that's where when once the pain is blocked, pain pathway is blocked, the wire connection which is there for the light and to the switch, if there is an issue, the light doesn't switch on, it may blink or a flicker. So there is an issue with a light or a lamp or the bulb or the wire. Here, we cut off the wire in that true sense of term, temporarily. Through the light, we are cutting the block or blocking the light, which is giving the heat, and the other modalities of chemical reaction, what happens from the skin deep to the cellular level, will block the pain pathway. The pain pathways are different. It's a big one. I don't want to confuse you. A simple explanation I'm giving you here. That's where the pain is going to be reduced. Wonderful. Now, we talked about the pain. How does it work? With the light coming in on the skin, we have the tissue mechanism which is working, very clearly seen there. All these things are going to be reduced. When once that is regulated, you have these pathways blocking that, and the pain gets better. Inflammation gets better. If you were to have inflammation, there are other conditions we'll be discussing about, indications, and the contraindications. I'll talk about that as well. We'll take more question and give you a little more clarity there. Next slide, Sri. Now, what I was telling you, from the skin, we have the connections happening. The blockage for the nerve pathway is going to be cut off. So there, we will have a lot of other chemical reactions which are going to be produced will be blocked. So those endorphins are not going to be produced, and then the P substance, or what we call pain producing substance, is not going to be there circulating. So naturally, automatically, those the enzymes are not there to carry the pain pathway. So there, the advantage is you have reduced pain. You become better. Your response to pain is going to be different. Now, this is basically a temporary phenomena, half an hour, and it cuts off. And that itself is a huge relief for our daily life. Next slide, please. Great. Now, the question obviously everybody has and everybody will ask and have been asking, how does it work? That's the reason we talk about this is an indication for musculoskeletal conditions. We cannot use it for the viscera or the organs. What are they? Like you may have abdomen pain. A pain in the abdomen, we cannot use it. It has not been tried, and this is not the one to be used. The pain pathway in the abdomen is so different. So that's the reason it doesn't work there. Even though the penetration is there, it doesn't work on those lines. So that's the reason we talk about the superficial pains. It could be the joint pains in your fingers, wrist, elbow, shoulder, neck, upper back, lower back, thigh joints like knee joint, bigger joints are there, ankle joints, calf muscles, foot pain. All this can be heel pain. All this can be used. Here, so certain conditions have been mentioned here in the tabulation form. All these things have been given in what level of depth penetration and advantages, which is self-explanatory in that true sense of term. It's like if you think salt is sweet or a sweet is spicy or the sugar is spicy, one has to taste it. Then you know is sugar spicy or spice is salty or salt is salt, sugar is sugar.
So I am Bova Krishna Rao, resident of Bangalore City. I am age about 80 years and I am a diabetic patient since a long time, suffering from rheumatic pains, and I used several medicines, but so far no remedy. Recently, I came to know about a new device, Curapod, and I'm using it since 2 months. I find some difference. Now I'm feeling better than previous, and I find it very helpful, and I'm using since 2 months, and it is far better than previous. And I recommend everybody to use this product for rheumatic pains. Thank you.
Annapurni asked, I think you did answer this because you said Anam wants to know, can the device be put on the knee? And I think you said with the strap, it can be put on the knee, right? Is it available in the medical stores? How are you selling?
So currently we are selling it online and we're selling it through specific channel partners. So we're trying to work with make it available in senior care centers also, so people can buy it locally right in the care center facility. So with Silver Talkies, then we will through coordinate with Nidhi to make it available to everyone who wants to buy Curapod. So we will work with our team. So if you can just forward your request to Nidhi, then we will ensure that it's made available to you.
Yeah, so just for everybody's knowledge, so the special offer which the Curapod team has very kindly offered exclusively for the Silver Talkies community members, they are offering the device to our members at a 15% discount. Sriram, can you just also elaborate on the pricing? I don't think we covered that, right?
Sure. It will be so the MRP is 8,000, 9,000. We are making it available at what 7,150 to everyone at Silver Talkies as a special discount to our senior members.
Yeah, so it's being offered at 7,139 or 150 if you round it off, at a 15% discount on MRP at the price at which it is available in the market.
So this is what you will get. And when you open it, I'm already having one device on my neck. So then you get this 50 adhesive stickers. And I will demonstrate how it can be used. Our team can demonstrate. There will be two pods. One is on my neck, and here's the other one. So you will get two devices with every pack. Perhaps you get the charger, you get the cables to charge both the Curapod simultaneously, and you get a packet of 50 stickers. And you can reorder the stickers through us, They are not very expensive. 50 stickers cost 250 rupees. And so you can use stickers or straps depending on where you're experiencing pain. So this is what you get for an entire kit for 7139.
Great,
Thank
thank
you.
you. So Madhu had asked a question which is related, so I'll bring it up now. She said, do you kind of train how do you put it, where do you like how where it can be put and how to put it and for how long? Are there any specific instructions or a demo by your team which is given when somebody buys the product?
Yes, I did mention at the start of this of the webinar is that for every customer we handhold them. We do a video call with every customer so that and we tell them how to what is inside the box and how to use Curapod, how to use the straps, how to put it on to wherever you're experiencing pain. If you have neck pain, how to place Curapod on which where how to position it for each pain condition. So we handhold every customer, and we have a very active customer support from morning 8 a.m. till night 10 p.m. So any questions you have, you can call them, and then the clinical support team is there to support you on how to use Curapod. We honor all warranties in terms of we take care of all kinds of returns and replacements for the devices. If there's any kind of an issue, you can rest assured that you will we are there with you on your journey to ensure that you get experience the pain relief that we have seen in the clinical trials, that you will get it in the real world. We will support you in every way to ensure that you are able to use Curapod very comfortably.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Now, getting into some medical related questions, Jayanti has asked, can it be used for arthritis fingers?
Yeah, see now, definitely in that true sense of term, the finger is got a very small area. When you're using it for 2, 3 fingers together, it definitely has a bearing. Now, let me ask Jayanti, or probably put the question back in that true sense of term. When once somebody has arthritis, you need to be on the medications for the arthritis. I'm not talking about painkillers. There are medications which is called as disease or disorder modifying drugs, DMARDs. So disease or disorder modifying anti-rheumatic drugs, we call it as DMARDs. So you need to be on them, either tablets or injectables or whatever the doctors have prescribed to you. In spite of being in the medication, sometimes what happens, there will be an exacerbation. That means increase in the disease level where the pain goes up. And we also need to look at how it can be controlled. In a way, yes, you can use it on the fingers, but you have to address the problem. One simple example I'm going to give you. There is a condition called as gout, GOUT, that is coming from a high uric acid, where the fingers or the toes will become so painful. If I were to use it, will this pain get better? See, you already have a problem which is causing the issue and increasing the pain. If you were to use this device, you're not going to be doing it because it's like putting salt on the fire. Sorry, salt on the wound. So it's like putting oil on the fire. It's going to increase the problem, and then you blame the device. So you need to address the disease, the condition first, and then this has to be looked at. So hope I answered the question. Or
So
more
Dr.
questions on
Amrinath,
that question?
sorry.
I am on medication and I just want to supplement that with Curapod.
Yes,
Okay?
Jayanti. Now, with the painkillers, definitely you have another issue. So depending on the kind of condition what you have, I'll tell you 2, 3 points now before the others also ask. It's a benefit for you and for others as well. Now, I told you that we need to be on treatment for that. And in case if you were to have more increased pain for some reason, definitely you can use it. 2, if this is going to increase the pain, that means that there are issues that need to be addressed with, and you can check with the doctor again. Because I'm not the treating doctor, but what situation I don't know, and this is not a consultation time. Obviously, other times will be utilized, so we'll address it later. In a general fashion, I can advise you. You can use it. Yes, also be in touch with your doctor or the treating doctor who is giving you the treatment for the arthritis. Second, where can I use it? Where can I not use it? Where it can be used, the slides are a bit clear. Sriram has told, I told a few conditions. Where it cannot be used, very specific. This is very clear. 1, in young infants, pregnancy, infection, and in cancer. These 4 conditions, you and I cannot use it because the research is not very clear. In pregnancy, because we may harm the child's growth. In children, we are not using it because it's a different way we work. And in cancer, there may be modulation of the cells and it can kill or increase the cancer. So we don't know. The studies are going on. In the next few years to come, even in the cancer, we can talk about it. But as of now, it is a no-no. Hope I made the point clear.
Daisy wanted to know if surgery can be avoided using this device.
Fantastic. I had answered the question in the first answer of the Jayanti's question there. In a way, you and I need to understand that we are not controlling the disease per se 100% here. We are cutting the pain pathway. By cutting the pain pathway, the pain is better, the disease is not addressed. Like what example? A simple example, osteoarthritis knee, wear and tear of the knee. This device can control the pain, but wear and tear is not stopped. So we are not going to cure it. So even though the Curapod is a very nicely termed term for the device, yes, it does what is done for the pain pathway, but not for the disease. Hope I answered that, Daisy, for you.
Right. Dr. Mahesh is asking, can heart patients with pacemakers use this device? So suppose a patient has muscle pain, just superficial pain on left side of the chest. Can it still be used?
Wonderful. Great. As long as we do not take this device directly onto the chest, I don't think there is going to be any issue. 2, you said cramps in the leg. We can definitely use it. In the ankle pain, knee pain, yes, we can use it. One word of caution. Dr. Amarnath or a cardiologist or a cardiothoracic surgeon, whoever is there, we all work for the patient as a team. 2 things will happen here. You can check with the cardiologist or the surgeon who has put in the pacemaker and show them. Here, there is no frequency happening in a big way to alter the pacemaker device. So there is no challenges here, but still, I would recommend you to consult with the doctor, with the cardiologist, and you are safe because we work for your safety. Oh, Dr. Amarnath said I used it and I had this problem. No, we don't want that. You should be safe, and I would definitely recommend you to be in touch with the consultant. And if you have any queries, you can talk to Sriram. My number can be given to Nidhi, and then you can message me. I can revert back to you, and we can guide you through and work as a team for your betterment. Hope, Dr. Mahesh, I answered your question.
Thank you. Arun has asked, will this work for the sciatica pain?
Great. That is one of the conditions which we had talked about, low back pain. Now, let us understand what is sciatica. Sciatic nerve pain is called sciatica in a general, loosely used colloquially everywhere in the English language, in the English term. What is that? The nerve root. There is a disc in the spinal spinal column between the bones. That disc is going to be pressing upon into the neural canal, the spinal cord, in simple terms. In the spinal cord, we have the nerve roots of the sciatic pain coming in. The nerve roots of L1, lumbar 1 to lumbar 5, have the nerve roots for those 5 nerves. They are the ones which are forming the sciatic nerve, which is as thick as your thumb. It's a very thick nerve. And those roots, the sciatic pain is not in the back. Many of them get lower back pain, yes, but the sciatic pain is in the foot, in the leg, in the thigh, in the buttocks. So the pain is somewhere else. The problem is somewhere else. So this is where you understand. I gave an example. You switch on the light, but the light doesn't switch on. That means there is an issue which is happening there. There may be a flicker of light, like a sciatic pain coming in. We need to address the switch, the wiring, and the device of the light lamp itself, and the lamp or the bulb itself. So the whole condition has to be addressed. Here, what's happening? If there is a disc which is causing this, definitely by putting in the back of the of your back in 2 devices is important. Here, the penetration goes deep down to the spinal cord level. If the person is extremely hefty or a fat, the depth penetration may be a little less, but still we can use it on the spine, and the inflammation goes down, the pain gets a little better. But depending on what is the kind of pressure of the disc pressing on the nerve root is going to be very, very nearly clearly understood by the MRI scan. And then we can definitely take it. If you're going to be, given an instruction to be treated non-operatively, there is no indication for surgery, definitely we can do it. No challenge at all. And many of them, low back pain, upper back pain, and the neck pain, people have come back and said, thank you for this. I prescribe about 3 to 5 per week minimum. My patients are there from India, Dubai, Sri Lanka, Europe, UK, and America as well. And Australia, recently, 2 people took it. Worldwide, people are carrying it, and then they're so happy with that because they're not able to go to the physiotherapy centers in those countries. Imagine if there is a therapy center for you to go and travel every day, it's not going to be easy. So this will be a value add for you. This is not going to replace it, but definitely a value add.
Yeah, thank you
Hope
so
I
much.
made the answer there.
Yeah, thank you. Madhu
I
is
would like to
asking.
also add
History.
briefly is
Sorry.
that Curapod has been, a lot of people use it for arthritis, spondylosis, split disc, frozen shoulder. So these are all the common pain conditions that seniors experience, the chronic pain conditions. Curapod can be used for all of these pain conditions. For sciatica, you'll have to place it. It's on the device placement. You'll have to place it at the lower back where is the epicenter of the pain, also the radiating point on the calf, or to experience a pain relief. To answer your question.
Right.
Wonderful.
So for arthritis, does it work for both the forms of arthritis, both osteo and rheumatoid?
Yes.
Absolutely. The testimonial was there very, very clearly. 2 ladies said, and one male patient also said he is suffering from rheumatoid arthritis. And definitely, I have given it to people. Yes.
Okay. Madhu is asking that after the device is removed, how long does the effect of it remain?
Fantastic. Today, in fact, Sriram also will add a little pointer there. This device also has been linked to your Android mobile phone and your Apple phone, iPhones. So this is an adaptable device with an AI built into it, which is a fantastic one. In the beginning, when we started just under 2 years ago, we did not have it. Today, thank you, LightMed, that you have given us this opportunity. Now, when the device is on, like what Sriram talked about, it will work for 30 minutes. It switches off automatically. Now, you can use it 2 or 3 times. When you link it up to your mobile phone with your app, it will tabulate every feedback what you're going to give and tell you what is the frequency 2 times a day, 3 times a day. And it'll also reduce it from 30 minutes to 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes. So it's a very, very adaptive learning system. If you don't have a mobile phone that can be used by yourself by all these smartphones, I'm not used to it kind of a thing, then you don't need to worry. You don't have to link it up to your phones. But in that case, what happens? It'll work for 30 minutes. Now, after 30 minutes, people have come back for a few hours of pain-free time. And then 3 times a day when you're using it, you're going to have almost 8 to 10 hours of pain-free time in a day. So you can choose depending on how the pain-free period is going to be affecting you or giving you the response. Then you can decide whether you use it 2 times a day or 3 times a day or even once a day. Hope I answered that. Sri, if you want to add something on that.
Guess what? Thank you, doctor. What you have seen as part of clinical trials is pain relief lasts anywhere from 6 to 12 hours, depending on the individual patient's condition. The pain relief, like a painkiller, the effect, like how the effect of a painkiller lasts for anywhere from 6 to 10 hours. Curapod also has the same range, literally 6 to, we have seen it extend to many cases to even 14 and 16 hours, but that's, we can't give a definite number. We can definitely say that you will experience pain relief for minimum of 6 hours.
Right. Okay. So we have, one of our members who is unable to get out of the house. So she just wants to know, will somebody be available to visit her and give her a demonstration at home? She's Bangalore based.
If she's Bangalore based, we have a built-in capability in Bangalore city. But for other cities, we're slowly starting to build those partnerships.
Got it. Raghu wanted to know if this can be used for thigh pain as well.
Yes, it can.
See, thigh pain. Thigh pain, yes. Thank you, Sriram. Sorry, I'm interrupting you. Why is the thigh pain coming in? Where is it coming in? If you have a sciatica nerve pressing on the nerve root, causing the pain in the thigh, you are cutting only in that region, but you're not addressing the problem there. Two, in the thigh has 4 directions: anterior for front, on the inner side, outer side, and the back. So where is it coming from? Two, thigh pain for me, I'm just going to give you an example here where the hip joint is here. On the outside of the thigh, you may getting the pain, where we call it as trochanteric bursitis. So that can be used as well. So majorly, we have to address the issue. Definitely, it will be useful.
Explain to us, how does the team really get into action once an order is received?
Sure. So once you buy the device, so it is shipped through a logistics partner when you're ordering it online. Let me just talk to that process. So we track when the device is on its when it's like how and when you order from Amazon, there's a tracking mechanism. You can track where your device is. When it reaches you, we get a notification. We give you a call, and we try to set up a demo session with you. We also send you a demo videos on how to use the device. They can use that, and at the same time, we always give you a call when you've got the device, and we'll walk you through how to use Curapod. There's a toll-free number, like I said, it's operable from morning 8 a.m. to night 10 p.m. You can call any point of time with any kind of question, saying that I'm not experiencing relief, I don't know how to switch it on, it is not turning on, how do I place it for this pain condition, whatever be your questions, our team will answer you, and then they'll do a video call with you and handhold you as you use the device. And our clinical team will reach out to you in case you're saying that I'm not experiencing any kind of relief. Most of it is related to the device placement, on the correct placement of the device. And once you start doing that, you will start experiencing relief. Either way, if we were to coordinate, we will coordinate through Nidhi, get all the contact information of who is buying it, depending on how the order is placed. It placed directly with us or it is placed through Silver Talkies. Whatever is the modality, we'll get the name of the contact information of the person who's buying it, and we'll reach out to that person, and then we will do the demo, and we'll handhold that. We have a customer toll-free number you can call anytime. At the same time, I'm here to personally assure you that all warranties will be taken care of. You do not have to worry if the device is not working. Will they support me? Will they replace it? Will they repair it? Or whatever it is. We always ship a replacement to you. And then if there's any problem with the device, because we do not want to delay your experiencing pain relief because of some device-related issues. So that is how we operate.
So what is covered in the warranty and how long is the warranty for?
The warranty we give for 1 year, but it's like a cell phone, where like all electronic devices, like your TV, it's very robust. There's not very little that can go wrong with it. The only problem that we have seen sometimes is the battery related issues, like the battery does not charging is an issue or something like that. In those kind of situations, we replace the device with giving a new device also. So you will usually not face any kind of a device. Like how when you bought a TV or a fridge, those kind of electronic devices, they last you for a long time. Curapod is like those kind of devices.
Got it. Okay, sorry, one quick clarification. Does this work for obese people as well? Is the
Yes,
light
see,
able to
100%.
penetrate for? Okay.
Doctor, sorry, you were talking. I didn't know.
Yeah, 100%. In fact, I don't know, Sri, I think you may have a testimonial. One of our very, very close friends' son has used it, and he is 100 plus. I don't know exactly what is the weight. And he has had a condition which is kept him in the house for a long time. And today, they have 2 devices that he's been using it, and he's able to go out of the house shopping and do a lot of his activities. And he's on the heavier side. And definitely it can be done. And it all depends on what kind of fat and what is the kind of reason that you're going to be using it. And we can give you the right advice. Even after you purchase it, somebody purchase it, if there is a request from Lightmed or by somebody, or let us take an example from Silver Talkies, I can help you out. Not a problem. I can guide them through. we have the virtual scheme today, we can definitely help them out.
Thank you so much, Sriram. Thank you, Dr. Ramana. Thank you, Sachin. And thank you for this opportunity.